Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like this. What's happening right now with the Dallas Cowboys and Taysom Hill? It's not just another rumor. It's a seismic shift, a carefully orchestrated move that could redefine the NFC landscape. I've been behind the scenes for decades, scouting players, decoding front offices, listening to whispers from league insiders. And I can tell you, what's brewing here is nothing short of historic. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Taysom Hill, the Swiss Army knife. Everyone has been talking about him for years, but he's just a gadget guy, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. The moment I studied Hill's film, I saw a player who's evolved beyond just a utility piece. He's become a legitimate, versatile weapon capable of impacting every phase of the game, and the Cowboys are about to capitalize on it in a way that's almost unthinkable. But let me take you deeper. You see, I've been around the NFL long enough to spot the crucial clues, the subtle signs that point to something much bigger. That's what I'm about to lay out, the full, detailed story behind the biggest trade buzz of 2026. And trust me, you're going to want to stay glued because what's coming is even more shocking than you could imagine. First, let's analyze the state of the Dallas Cowboys in this moment. As of January 28, 2026, the Cowboys are sitting on the edge. They finished the 2025 season with a disappointing record, out of the playoffs after a promising start. Their offense, under head coach Brian Schottenheimer, was a blazing success in terms of scoring, top 5 in the league, but the defense underperformed, especially in critical moments. The offensive system was humming, yet the team lacked that dynamic spark, that explosive playmaker, when it mattered most. You see, schematically, Dallas has star talent. Dak Prescott was great in 2025, but he's not the deep threat or unpredictable playmaker needed to push this team over the edge. Their receiving core is solid, but inconsistent. The offensive line is solid, but has struggled in run blocking and pass protection late in games. And their tight end room? It's decent Ferguson, Spanford, Schoonmaker, but nothing that can turn the tide when the chips are down. Now the defense, that's where the cracks are obvious. Trevon Diggs's mid-season release shocked many, but those in the know understood this was a move driven by scheme incompatibility and attitude issues. They need lockdown corners and a more disruptive front. The linebacker core is decent, but lacks a game-changing presence. And the pass rush, while improved, still doesn't threaten opposing quarterbacks enough. Enter the specific needs. The Cowboys need explosive versatility, a player who can be a force in the running game, a reliable pass catcher, a threat with the ball in his hands, and a capable passer in emergency situations. They need a weapon who can give Prescott that extra element of unpredictability, someone who can act as a playmaker on third down, in the red zone, and as a game changer in clutch moments. Now I've examined the film, broken down the advanced metrics, and talked to several league sources. The biggest surprise? What I saw was a player who's been quietly preparing for this moment. I'm talking about Taysom Hill. Yes, Taysom Hill. That same Swiss Army knife who's been with the Saints since 2017, evolving from a gadget player to a genuine offensive threat. And now, the whispers point to a potential blockbuster trade that gives Dallas exactly what they need. It's a move that could shock the league, a blockbuster that changes everything. Let me explain exactly why. When I studied Hill's film, I saw a player who's become much more than a gadget. His passing mechanics have improved dramatically. His decision-making, his accuracy, and his ability to read defenses in the RPO game. In 2023, he posted career highs with 81 rushing attempts for over 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. His passing numbers. Not eye-popping, but enough to keep defenses honest, especially when you consider his mobility and improvisational ability. Advanced stats show that Hill's expected points added, EPA, as a runner and passer ranks among some of the league's most versatile utility players. His yards after catch per reception have jumped, and his completion percentage in tight window throws has risen sharply. Plus, his passer rating when he's thrown in relief or in situational packages is well above league average, a testament to his growth. The Saints utilized him heavily in designed runs, but the NFL increasingly recognizes the value of a mobile, unpredictable quarterback who can also serve as a tight end or slot receiver. The positional flexibility is staggering. Teams like the Lions, Packers, and Ravens have long admired hybrids like him. Now the Cowboys are about to join that list. Why? Because in Dallas, under Schottenheimer, they're building something special. They're blending the run game with a high-octane passing attack. Adding Taysom Hill would give Prescott an absolute secret weapon, someone who can line up in the backfield, motion into the slot, or sneak out as a receiver. Think about the mismatch nightmares this creates for defenses. And let's talk about the raw numbers. Hill's per-play efficiency has shown a steady upward trend. His RASM, raw approximate matchup score, puts him in a league of his own among utility players. His breakout runs and red zone touches are above average, making him a genuine scoring threat. Plus, his ball security metrics are solid. He's been reliable in holding onto the football. He's also become a leader in the locker room, respected by teammates, and dubbed the Warrior by Saints insiders. The player's desire to stay in New Orleans is real, but the Saints' front office is contemplating a rebuild. And Hill's age, 35 turning 36 in 2026, means they're considering options. If the Cowboys swoop in, they get a player who can immediately elevate their offense, especially in critical moments. So how would this trade work? Here's the blueprint. The Cowboys could leverage multiple draft assets, including future picks, perhaps a second-rounder this year, combined with a conditional pick in 2027, plus a player or two. The Saints, in a rebuild mode, might be enticed by a package that includes a high-potential young player like Schoonmaker or even a cornerback like Deron Bland, along with the draft capital. Cap-wise, Hill's remaining contract is a manageable hit for the Cowboys, considering his veteran status and the value he brings. With the NFL's evolving salary cap structure, Dallas could absorb a modest salary adjustment or restructure to fit him in. The Saints would get cap relief, draft capital, and maybe even a young player to develop. Now, what about the scheme fit? That's the most exciting part. Schottenheimer's offense is built on motion, tempo, and adaptable personnel packages. Hill's ability to line up in multiple spots complements this perfectly. His running style, aggressive with a low center of gravity, fits perfectly into the zone read concepts. His improving passing makes him a true dual threat in this system. Compare him to players like Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray, but with a more refined skill set and leadership. Hill's versatility could unlock an entirely new dimension for Dallas. Defenses would be forced into impossible matchups, guessing whether he's going to run, pass, or line up as a tight end. In the worst-case scenario, he remains a valuable role player but doesn't fully live up to the hype. In the best case, he becomes a game winner, elevating the Cowboys' offense into a league-threatening monster. So, what do I see happening? The signs are all pointing toward Dallas making a bold move. The NFL's trade deadline, the offseason chatter, the interest from multiple teams, and Hill's own desire to find a platform for a final career renaissance, all signals that something big is coming. The final piece, timing. The NFL offseason is notorious for quiet whispers turning into full-blown trades as teams retool. And with the league's evolving rules on hybrid players and positional flexibility, Dallas sees this as the perfect moment. This isn't just about adding a player. It's about rewriting the offensive playbook, forcing defenses to adapt on the fly, and establishing a new identity in 2026. The Cowboys want to go from playoff hopefuls to NFC contenders, and Taysom Hill could be the secret weapon that makes all the difference. Now I want you to imagine this. Hill lining up behind Prescott in critical third-and-long situations, slipping out into the flat, or catching a quick pass in the red zone, all while defenders are frozen, unsure whether to respect the run or cover the pass. It's the nightmare scenario for defenses. It's the game-changer Dallas needs. But the story is not over yet. Keep your eyes peeled. As the NFL offseason kicks into full swing, expect more whispers, more leaks, and the eventual confirmation. The league is watching, the league is reacting, and the Cowboys. They're ready to make a statement. In my expert opinion, this trade will happen. The pieces are aligning, the timing is perfect, and the potential impact is too great to ignore. Dallas is about to turn what's been an underwhelming season into a blueprint for greatness. And Taysom Hill. He's the missing piece. Stay tuned, because what comes next could redefine what we thought possible in this league. And trust me, when it finally happens, you'll want to be the first to say, "I saw it coming." This isn't just a rumor. This is the next chapter in NFL history, and it's about to be written in Dallas. The drama is just beginning, and believe me, the best is yet to come.